Now, this is one of the interesting thing that we're going to look in this module is that we can also integrate extent report with Cucumber. Yes. So there are some of the prerequisites that we need initially. We need some jar files in order to support the Cucumber extent report, and there's one configuration file that we'll be needing. So these are one, two, three. These are the three things that we will be needing in order to work with the Cucumber extent report. And this again, this is Cucumber extents a report, a jar file that is again generated by one of the developer. If you go over here, if you go to Google and search for Cucumber extent report, you'll see that this is by created by a developer that is Vimal. So he has clearly mentioned what all steps that is required over here in order to generate this report, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'll really quick add these jar files, and I'll be adding these jar files to your course as well, so that you can directly download this stuff. So these are the four jars, the three jars that are required. One is Cucumber extent report, one is the extent reports, right? And one is the free maker. This is basically the formatting jar file that is required. So what I'll do, I'll right click over here, go to build path, say add external archives, and I'll select. You shouldn't be using the 1.0 version because 1.1 is the latest one as of today that is working fine. And then this extent report and the free maker that you need to add. Right. Along with this, you need this configuration file, the XML file extend config. So just copy this and paste it in your source folder like this over here. Right. So this is the config file. Basically, you can modify your extend report, as in you can modify the title of the extend report, you can show the report name and the version, all these things you can define over here, right? Rest, there are some of the changes that we need to do in our runner, as in we need to add one more property to this plugin that will be of this extend report. So this is what we need to add, that is com cucumber listener extend cucumber formatter. And the important thing that we need to add before we run our test, we need to add this at the rate before class annotation and some code that is required with this cucumber extend cucumber formatter, right? You need to you need to do the import from JUnit. So this will be available through JUnit, and this class will come from com cucumber listener jar file itself, right? And then file is basically it accepts the path of your extend config file. We have directly kept it inside the source folder. Then we're going to give the browser name, browser version. Let's jam on Firefox 47.0.1, and I'm using Selenium jar file as 2.53.1, right? Okay, so this is the only stuff that we need, and we are good to go. We have added the jar files, we have added the XML file, and we have given all these changes. We have added the plugin, and we have added the setup for Cucumber extend report. And now, if I run this, I'll say run as JUnit. So we're going to see all the tests are executed successfully. And now, along with this test output, if I no, this test output was from the previous test, so just ignore this. So if I refresh it, along with your Cucumber reports, the basic Cucumber report, you will also going to see one output folder. Under this is the folder that got generated, and if I open this, you'll find some report.html. So I'll just going to copy this path and paste it over here, and it will show us the extent report for Cucumber, right? And this is what the name that I have given over here to the report and in the config file basically, right? And these were my scenarios. So if I open this up, you'll see these were the steps, right, over here. This was the login scenario, and this was the login to production scenario. So all the steps will be mentioned over here like this, right? Similarly, if you go over here, uh, right, you'll find like all the tags over here. And then if you take a look over here, you'll get some other graphical view over here, all the system information, right? Whatever that we have mentioned, the tags that we have used. So the look and feel of this report is really good, and people are actually liking this report a lot, right? So we can integrate it with Selenium as well. We can integrate it with Cucumber as well. And when we were running our Selenium or APM test through Cucumber, we're gonna see that along with this, we whenever our test fails, so a screenshot will also gonna display over here, right? So we'll be using this once we start with our Maven project. Once we integrate Selenium or APM, then we're gonna see all the live results over here, along with the failures, the pass, the screenshots, right? So this is what we have with Cucumber Extend Report plugin. All right.